أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Welcome to Tabir al-Qur'ani. Alhamdulillah, we are going to continue with the chapter 3, that is about Taqdim wa Ta'khir, and we are going to continue this chapter from page number 74. On page number 73, as we learn about the reasons behind Taqdim wa Ta'khir in few of the ayat from Surah Al-Ma'idah, Surah Nur, and then in the last we learn about Surah Al-Araf, ayat number 188. قل لا أملك لنفسي نفعا ولا ضرا إلا ما شاء الله فقدم النفع على الضرر. So here let's continue. الضرر وذلك لأنه تقدمه في قوله من يهد الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فأولئك هم الخاسرون. Surah Al-Araf, ayat number 178. Then it says فقدم الهداية على الدلال وبعد ذلك قال ولو كنت أعلم الغيب لاستكثرت من الخير وما مسني السوء. آية 188 سورة الأعراف. Then فقدم الخير على السوء ولذلك فقدم النفع على الضرر إذ هو المناسب للسياق. So here he says, Dr. Father Samari has explained that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed harm later because earlier in his statement, من يهد الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فأولئك هم الخاسرون. Whoever Allah guides, he is the rightly guided, muhtadi. And whoever he sends astray, those are the losers. Surah Al-Araf, ayat number 178. So he mentioned guidance before misguidance. من يهد الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فأولئك هم الخاسرون. After that, he said, ولو كنت أعلم الغيب لاستكثرت من الخير وما مسني السوء. Ayat 188 again from Surah Al-Araf. So if I had the knowledge of the unseen, I would have acquired much good and no harm would have touched me. So again, he mentioned good before harm. Therefore, he mentioned benefit before harm, the nafa before the darar, because this is what suits the context. So this is al-munasib lis-siyaq. As we are learning that the siyaq is very important, the context is very important, and as we have seen that the mention of the benefit is like given first, so that is why we see the here nafa after the darar, before the darar. وقال قل لا أملك لنفسي ضرا ولا نفعا إلا ما شاء الله. سورة يونس آية number 49. فقدم الضرر على النفي وقد قال قبل هذه الآية ولو يؤجل الله للناس الشر استئجالهم بالخير لقضي إليهم أجلهم. سورة يونس آية number 11. قال وإذا مس الإنسان الضر دعانا لجنبه أو قائدا أو قائما فلما كشفنا عنه ضره مر كأن لم يدعنا إلى ضر مسه. Surah Yunus, ayat number 12. So when we see here, say, I do not possess for myself harm or benefit except what Allah wills. So here this is in Surah Yunus, ayat number 49. Here he mentioned harm before the benefit. لنفسي ضر ولا نفع إلا ما شاء الله. And before this verse, he said that ولو يعجل الله للناس الشر استعجالهم بالخير لقضي إليهم أجلهم. Surah Yunus ayat 11 and the 12th one, as we have seen here. So if Allah were to hasten for people the evil as they hasten the good, their time would have been decreed for them. This is ayat number 11 of Surah Yunus. And then again, he says that when harm touches man, he calls upon us. So, and then it continues. This is ayat number 12. So here, فقدم الدر على النفي في الآيتين ويأتي بعد هذه الآية قوله قل أرأيتم إن أتاكم عذابه بياتا أو نهارا نهار ماذا يستعجل منه المجرمون. سورة يونس آية number 50. فكان المناسب تقديم الضرر على النفي ها هنا. So here in these two verses, as harm was mentioned first, therefore it was appropriate in this context to mention harm before benefit. And after this verse comes, say, um, here we'll see, وقال قل فاتخذتم من دونه أولياء لا يملكون لأنفسهم نفعا ولا ضرا. Ayat number 12, 16 of Surah Al-Ra'd. فقدم النفع على الضرر قالوا وذلك لتقدم قوله تعالى ولله يسجد من في السماوات والأرض طوعا وكرها وظلالهم بالغدو والعسال. Surah Al-Ra'd, ayat number 15. فقدم الطوع على الكره. So let's see here. Then when he says that, have you considered if his punishment were to come to you by night or the day? Like bayatan aw naharan maza yastajilu minhul mujrimun. Then so again mentioning harm first fits again the context. Then he again says, have you taken kul afattakhastum min dunihi? Have you taken besides him protectors? Awliya la yamlikuna li anfusihim naf'an wala darra. And protectors who do not possess for themselves benefit or harm. Surah Rad, ayat number 16. So here he mentioned benefit. So benefit here is mentioned first before harm because earlier he had said, as you can see in ayat number 15 of the Rad, when we saw ayat number 16. So 15 has mentioned here, that is the ayat of Sajda. Here, وَلِلَّهِ يَسْجُدُ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ طَوْعًا وَلَا كَرْهًا وَظِلَالُهُم بِالْغُدُوِّ وَالْآصَالِ. As he says that to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was, like prostrates whoever, or you can say whoever is in the skies and in the earth, willingly or unwillingly. And then it continues, وَزِلَالُهُم بِالْغُدُوِّ وَالْآصَالِ. So he mentioned willingly before unwillingly. So benefit was placed before harm in harmony with that order. Tawu wa karhan. So willingly and unwillingly. So again, they are like in harmony with each other, like that of the order. Now we'll see Surah Saba, ayat number 42. وقال فاليوم لا يملك بعضكم لبعض نفعا ولا ضرا. So today none of you will possess for another benefit nor harm. So here we see فقدم النفع على الضر قالوا وذلك لتقدم قوله قل إن ربي يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء من عباده ويقدر له. سورة 7. فقدم البسط. Basta. So here you see يبسط الرزق. So وغير ذلك من مواد هاتين اللفظتين. So here see he mentioned the expanding of the provision first. So benefit was mentioned first accordingly. بعضكم لبعض نفع ولا ضرر. So here قل إن ربي يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء من عباده ويقدر له. So expanding of provision is mentioned first. So benefit was mentioned first. لبعض نفع ولا ضرر. So there are other places in the Quran where these two words, the benefit and harm, appear in different orders or like that. So this is a very beautiful passage about Taqdim Akhir page that we learn like what's the main idea of this passage, the order of the words like the nafa and the benefit and the harm. And then before that we learn about the khair wa shar, the good and the evil. And also like we learn about the hidayat, the guidance and the misguidance. So this is not just random in the Quran. The order changes according to the context. Like sometimes we can see all these words like nafa and darar, the khair and the shar, the hidayah and the dalal, they just change order according to the context. So when the context speaks about the mercy, guidance, the goodness, or the blessings, so the Quran often puts the positive first. And when the context speaks about the punishment, the warning, the harm, or the loss, the Quran often puts harm first. And this is rhetorical harmony. We can say that this is like al-munasib lis. So, as we have seen, all of these examples from Surah Al Araf, the guidance is mentioned before the misguidance, the good is mentioned before the evil, and therefore the benefit is mentioned before harm. Because the context is about the guidance and the mercy. Then we learn about Surah Yunus that harm is mentioned before the benefit, like kulla likulli nafsi darru wala nafan illa masha Allah. So why? Because the surrounding verses speaks about the punishment, the evil, the human distress. So harm comes first, matching the warning tone. Then we have Surah Ar-Rad. So here the benefit is mentioned first. قل فاتخذتم من دونه أولياء لا يملكون لأنفسهم نفعا ولا ضرا. So benefit is mentioned before the harm because this earlier the words mentioned here taw wa karhan, like the obedience taw and before uh, that's before, and the karha, the compulsion. So the positive came first again. Then we have Surah As-Saba. Here we see فَالْيَوْمَ لَا يَمْلِكُ بَعْضُكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ نَفْعًا وَلَا ضَرًّا. Benefit is mentioned before harm because earlier Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned expanding the provision يَبْسُطُ. In ayat number 39 you can see that is mentioned first, and again the positive tone and the positive first. قُلْ إِنَّ رَبِّي يَبْسُطُ الرِّزْقَ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ وَيَقْدِرُ لَهُ. Surah Sabah فَقَدَّمَ الْبَسَطُ. So this is a big balagha rule here. The Quran places words in the order that best fits the emotional and the that thematic like a flow of the passage. So it is deliberate. It is we can say it is the context sensitive, and it is also rhetorically precise. Nothing is random. The Quran changes the order of the benefit and the harm depending on the context, placing whichever meaning fits the theme of the passage first. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So this is page number 74. Inshallah, we will continue page number 75 in the next session. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.